Single leg step ups. What I want you to keep in mind is you'll notice that I have two different size steps, if you will, depending on your gym and what you have at home. This is 8 inches off the ground. This is 18 inches off the ground. The most important thing to keep in mind is alignment. First thing I'm looking for is that your knee is directly in line with your shoulder. All you're looking for is a straight step up and a straight step down. Let me show it to you from the side. What I want you to keep in mind is ideally you want this at 90 degrees, you want this at 90 degrees. That reduces the strain on the patella tendon. So what you're looking for is to stand straight up and then come down nice and slow. The reason why I like the smaller one is if you're dealing with knee rehab or you've got any kind of issues associated with your knee, always start with a smaller one. You don't need to go to this height. What I want you to keep in mind is this is our ultimate goal. Now you'll notice that I don't have one that's higher than this. The reason why I don't like to do it where your foot starts above it is because when you go to step up, that puts a tremendous amount of strain on the patella tendons, which are here and here. This is the top of the tendon, this is the lower, superior, inferior. What we don't want to do is tear the knee up trying to strengthen your quads and your glutes. So keep that in mind. An advanced version of this would simply be taking some dumbbells. The amount of weight needs to be relevant to yourself. But what I want you to pay attention to when you're doing weight is refrain from bouncing off the bottom. You have to understand that the greatest amount of strength is generated the first 2 inches of the range of motion. The first 2 inches off the bottom. That's where the greatest amount of strength is. So if you find that the weight's too much for you to be able to come off the bottom easily, then simply get rid of the weights. What I want you to keep in mind is it's more important, I do this because I like to keep my back straight, is just coming straight up and then straight back down. I'm trying my best. It's not always going to be perfect, but I don't want you starting here. I don't want it to be laterally out here or medially in here because we're trying to protect the knees. And we're trying to strengthen the muscles specific from kneecap to hip flexors. So that's the way that we do our single-legged step up on either a bench, which by the way you can use, or these individual box hop squares.